Hey all, welcome back to SquareMax Customs. Can you hear it? Can you guys all guess what we're gonna be working on this week? Come on, I know you can hear it. Heard him coming down the long driveway. You got that right, Jeep things again. So this week we're gonna chop this thing in half for real. This wasn't we weren't really building an Elka Jeepo, but you know, we had to chop the roof off to mess with people and let him drive it around for a week or two. And man, did it make a lot of people mad. How could you cut that beautiful truck up? You destroyed it, you ruined it. Man, go buy your own if you're all upset. Just buy your own and then you do what you want to it. And remember, he has a beautiful blue one he drives freaking daily. And this is gonna be a one-of-a-kind crew cab J10 truck. That, what? One off.
Rolling my dream.
We all have dreams, right? All right, look, we got it jacked up. Check it out, people. I listen to you. I listen to y'all. I got jack stands. 4 of them. Extra safe. Okay? I try to listen. I'm sorry. I apologize. We're not trying to kill ourselves here. We want to be here to make more videos for all you. So, he's got the drive shaft disconnected. Unfortunately, the gas tank goes way back, so we gotta pull the gas tank, we gotta pull brake lines, we're gonna have to take the leaf spring out here. So I have extra frame on the Jeep, but here's the problem. These frames, because you know, the truck, it starts to narrow in further, so the frame's getting narrower. So we need to be somewhere between here to be, hopefully, where the frames are the same. Either way, we'll get to that. Well, the floor is a little wet. I was gonna try to draw a line on the floor where I want to cut it, but it's wet, so I can't draw a line. So I'm just gonna follow that line right there. That's factory. It's sort of like that's where it wants to be cut. That's what it's telling me. You gotta listen to what the vehicles are telling you sometimes. They'll speak to you. I'm telling you, just listen. So we're gonna cut that, and I think we're gonna cut it here. I believe the roof will be fine. It's got crazy thick bracing and you know all that stuff in there, so I think it'll be fine hanging off the back until we pull everything in. If it's not, we'll run a piece of pipe from the floor up to this brace, and that'll hold the roof. If this was a show vehicle, they'd probably, you know, you'd run angle in here so the bodies can't twist and all that, but it's gonna be a work truck. It's just gonna be a really sweet, you know, kick-ass work truck when we're all done. Yeah, I don't know, there's a lot of stuff to do. But I'm gonna get cutting and he's gonna keep pulling parts. You don't worry about him getting the fuel lines off with a cigarette in his mouth. We got jack stands. Annie babysitting mom and dad's dog. They went on vacation. Yeah, yo, the exhaust is out, the gas tank is out. Unfortunately, the gas gauge don't work, so brother's just been putting $15 a day in it and you know, rushing to work and back. Well, the dang thing's like 3/4 of the way full, so that was good. At least he wasn't gonna call me for a tow because he ran out of fuel. We're gonna start chopping and hacking now. We got a few more things to cut on the bottom and move. We still got to pull that leaf shackle or the bolt out for the leaf spring front hanger, and brake lines. We got to do the brake lines and electrical, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff we missed. We pulled all the body mounts out. Unfortunately, you know, 3 of them out we pulled. That one back there is just, it's spinning, so who knows. But we're gonna get back to it. Come on, that's pretty epic. Look at, look at, that's sweet. I mean, check it out. We cut the rockers a little long and the floor's, you know, at the flat spot. We'll fix all that. We're probably gonna, once we put the Jeep in here, we'll just put a flat plate across and we'll make it happen, if you know what I'm trying to say. We gotta cut the frame next. That's pretty crazy, guys. It's been a busy day. What you guys probably are gonna watch in 10 minutes has taken us, I don't know, 3 hours or so. But we're getting there, piece by piece. That roof is definitely strong enough. She ain't even, I mean, that was fine. We saved a lot of time bracing stuff up. You ain't gotta do stuff right. Hey, and remember, I'm just dang old redneck and I don't really know what I'm doing, but I own a grinder and a welder. If you mess up, cut it back apart and try again. I mean, can't afford to pay the shops, you know, they probably charge you, I guarantee you, this truck just to, you know, mock it up and put it together, they probably charge you 10 to 20,000 to take 2 trucks and just mock them up. She's ooh, there's gonna be some mad Jeep people out there, man. The problem is they're gonna be mad until it starts to get welded back together as a crew cab, and then they're all gonna be amazed. Like, there'll still be some mad ones, but a bunch of you guys will be like, okay, I get it, it's coming together as one now. Hey, everybody probably already knows, but for the ones that don't know, when you pull your drive shafts out, grab some black tape and just, you know, tape up your U-joints. Otherwise, you're gonna drop these caps and you're gonna be really mad when all the little needles fall out. I'm out of breath. That's a little heavy. Hey, look at this. It's a half a Jeep, or 2/3 of a Jeep. I don't know. It was big back here. We're gonna call it. We'll call it just under half. What do y'all think? Do you think we did the right thing cutting this Wagonaire up, or do you think we're a bunch of idiots? Let me know in the comments. Either way, we appreciate you watching. Go watch the rest of the series on this. I think there's like 4 videos on this. We did pull this thing out of the bushes. It sat for like 10 years. Got it running. Second video, we made it a going to town rig. Then we turned it into the El Cajipo because, you know, we had to go race the quad racer at the sand pit. Had no other way to load it on. It wouldn't fit under the roof. And here we are. She cut in half. Oh, don't forget about the J10. We cut that in half. There's quite a few episodes for you guys to catch up on for the ones that haven't. So check it out. We pulled the truck in. The Jeep's cut up. No, we're not building a 6-door, fellers and fellettes. It's just I wanted to have as much extra as possible. We'll just keep trimming and trimming, and eventually, these two are gonna get married together. Let me know what you guys all think so far. It's gonna be crazy. It's epic. I mean, when I keep saying epic, this is epic, guys. This is insane. It looks long, man. Oh my God. It looks long, like a dang old freaking city bus. But we're not building a 6-door. So after we take a whole, 3 foot out of it, it'll look like a normal truck. I've actually measured it. And when we're all said and done, it'll be just about the same length as my square body. So it'll be the same length as a normal full-size truck. No biggie. Hey, short bed, but it's actually like 7 foot. That's weird. Hey, I just want you guys to know, I built this Jeep truck like 10 years ago. My brother drove it for 5 years, got in an accident, smashed the whole front end in, completely crushed the front of the cab and everything. He walked away, he was perfectly fine. But that's why we cut this Jeep up. But what I really wanted to show you guys is you don't need to use high dollar stuff. This was like some of the cheapest primer we could get back in the day. I used galvanized sheet metal because I used to be an HVAC. I did tin knocker. I was that annoying guy on the job sites banging ductwork all day. But I just bent it up, barely got it to weld in there because I had a junk freaking welder and I didn't have no power. And then that is Walmart Bondo. Everybody's like, don't use Bondo. Bondo's junk. Bondo brand, this, that, and 10 freaking years. 10 years. I was just a dumb freaking 20-something-year-old at that time, just slathering it full. I'm just saying, you don't need freaking thousands of dollars in materials to make something look good. And we're gonna do it again. And if the body pops in another 5 to 10 years, well, I guess we'll bring it in and give it a fresh up. No biggie. So I really don't know what I'm doing. I try to tell you guys this all the time. I don't know what I'm doing. I just sort of just wing it until it works. The roofs are different. It's round. This one's more square. This one's got the line in it. This one don't. So I think I'm gonna trim this piece off, trim part of this inside out, and then I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna cut straight up here, I'm gonna cut over, and then I'll cut up and across. And that'll give us extra roof here, and we'll still have this extra roof. We're probably gonna be cutting again, but I don't wanna cut too much out, because once we cut too much out, that's not good. I don't wanna cut too much out. We can always weld it back in, I just don't want to. All right, with that being said, I think that's my game plan. So, yeah, I guess I'll get you guys up on fast play and I'll stop yapping. I'm procrastinating this morning. Well, that was a little bit of work this morning. I could have definitely used a hand for that. But hey, when you got a garbage can, a couple blocks of wood, and a cardboard box, you can make anything happen. Whew. You gotta be open-minded. I mean, your best friend could be a 2x4. It don't have to be a human. My best friend today so far has been a grinder, a Sawzall, and a garbage can. My back hurts. I don't know why. Oh, man. Hey, I love you guys. Thank you for all coming back and watching. Whew. All right. I'm beat. Well, let's slide them together a little bit more, I guess, and can only go a couple foot. Then we gotta decide what we're gonna do with the floor and the frame and all that good stuff. I mean, I ain't perfect. I definitely cut that a little crooked, but I mean, look at them lines, man. I mean, it's not freaking bad for a Sawzall and a grinder, and you know, I mean, I don't think it's bad. I mean, when you look at that, if you squint, it's sort of mint. We just, you know, we got a little gap to finish. But hey, look at how close we're getting. So the frame's finally touching each other, that's phenomenal. So we'll probably end up cutting it here soon and then slowly going together, because I don't know how I want to do this. There's a billion ways to do frames, and I'm sure that I'm going to do it the wrong way, and you guys can all tell me that in the comments. But it won't, I can guarantee you when we're done with it, it's not going to, you know, fold in half. Some people will do a Z, some will go straight, some will go at an angle. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. You're going to have to watch and find out. My mind hasn't told me what to do yet, so it will, and that's when we'll do it. But for now, it's telling me I need to cut it right there and, you know, make it go together a little bit better. Look how close we're getting. We're almost there. A lot of cutting that we didn't record. But I mean, how much cutting do you guys need to watch us do? So we cut the old body mount that used to come up right here out, and we cut this frame down because this frame actually started to pinch smaller. So this is where it's straightest. Here's our next issue. Look how much slower this frame is than this frame. Well, the frame needs to go up, but look, the floor is about good, and it's about good there. So with that being said, we might have to take the body mount out of this and shim it. The only downfall of that, it's a dominoes effect. We shim that body mount, well, then the box mounts all have to be shimmed. Either way, we'll get to the box later. We're not worried about the box. Why are you guys worried about the box? So let's get back to this. So we gotta figure out how we're gonna put this frame together. Like I said, there's a billion and one ways to do it. I think we were originally gonna cut it like this, and then cut it right here, and cut the two flanges off, leave the flat plate, and slide it together. Well, the downfall is, from this side to that side's 40 inches. From here to over there, this is where the frames would meet, is only 38. So we're about 2 inches off. So the frames aren't gonna sandwich anyways. So I think the new plan of attack is to cut the bottom flange off, leave the top flange, slide them together, take those rubber mounts out, pinch the two frames together, and then we can weld it. Right here there's a gap, but it won't be once we bring it up, and we'll weld it here, and we'll figure that out once we get to that step. But if we don't start cutting and doing it, ain't nothing's gonna happen anyway. So, and if we screw it up, we'll figure that out when that time comes. Check it out, it's cut, you know, We got to pull it out still, but it's cut. And we did what we said. We just sort of notched it, and then we went up and over. And this whole 6 inches, 5 3/4 inches will slide inside the frame. So I guess if we wanted to, we could drill some holes somewhere and, you know, bolt it together. We're probably gonna cut this off eventually, but we'll do that once we get stuff more together and figure out if it's in our way. And I'm thinking it's in our way, but who knows? Maybe that's where the front of the floor or the rear seat will bolt, and if everything clears and it's not in your way, we'll leave it. It's good to have the support. We'll probably trim it and re-weld it or something, because we don't need these pockets anymore. These were for the leaf springs. But yeah, we gotta pull that out and hopefully slide it together the last 6 inches. And we're running out of time for the weekend, so we gotta at least, our goal is to get it together so we can at least roll it out of the shop. At least that, I mean, that'd be nice. And then I mean, next weekend or the following, or next time we get a chance, we can roll it back in and finish modifying, actually bolt it and weld it. Today, like I said, if we can get it all the way together and stable enough to bring it in and out of the shop, that's our main goal for this video. Like, that's a lot of work in a weekend. We got a lot of modifying to make the roof and stuff work. I'm pretty sure we're just gonna trace this design. Hopefully, you know, there's enough room back here, but we'll trace it on this back wall, and we'll just cut this, and that's where the new weld seam will go. I'm not the best welder, self-taught. I'm not the best body man, also self-taught. I mean, I watch YouTube videos, so I'm certified. I lost the paper. I lost the certificate, and the computer's crashed, and you can't find it. But anyways, back to the main story. We're gonna try to finish pushing this the last couple inches together. Well, you guys check that out. We got a lot of trimming left, but we're pretty beat, and it's then getting towards the end of the day. We just had dinner, and you know how it is. You fill your belly up, you just sort of want to relax. So we're ready to dang relax. Brother's got to head home. His dog's all sad, and she didn't get to come hang out this weekend. But we're super close. Look at, need like 3/4 of an inch. I mean, we're looking good. Don't worry about that hole. We're not. Don't even look at that. I think we're gonna have to trim this a little bit more, about 3/4 of it. Well, probably a 1/2 inch. That way we can keep, you know, a door gap. All we got for now is we just got it clamped up, and just a little ratchet strap to hold it together, because we still want to be able to tweak this out a little bit. We want to make sure we end up with a bed gap and all that. Yeah, I mean, that was a lot of work over the freaking course of well, not even 2 full days. So we trimmed the roof off. I think what we'll do up here is we'll end up tracing this on this back wall eventually and cutting that, and we'll figure it out. This thing's wild. We got to build a new body mount for the cab. We have to take the body mounts out of the bed and redo them. That way we can get a body line that's straight, because yeah, the Wagoneer body sat closer to the frame than the J10 body sat to the frame. So with that being said, we took the cab mounts, and they're only 1 inch, so we ain't got much to play with. We're not sure what we'll do there. We also need to put a lift kit in the front, because this thing has, we put, I don't remember, 4 inch probably it was, suspension lift in the J10 originally. An old Wagoneer, she got no lift, so she's doing the old, what is it, bulldogging or whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of work left, but hey, one step closer. We appreciate y'all watching and checking this out with us. Like I said, if you If you haven't checked the rest of the series out, make sure you go check it out. There's like 4 or 5 videos now, and there'll probably be 10 more videos before we're done with it. But come on, you can't tell me that's not freaking wild. So we're gonna roll it out of the shop because I can't have it in my shop all week, and that's sort of why it's clamped up, and we got a couple of ratchet straps on it to hold it. And yeah, we'll get it outside and we'll do a walk around. And oh, I can't wait to see this outside. I was sitting in my chair taking a breather just a little while ago. This thing makes me so happy. It's not even my truck, but boy, it does put a smile on my face. One of a kind, custom. I can't wait to see this thing going down the road. So wait, before we do this walk around, I was on the old interwebs this morning, freaking drinking my coffee and stuff, and wouldn't you know it, found me a GMC box truck. Look at that, thing's just freaking sweet. I don't know, you think she'll run? Well, you're just gonna have to go subscribe, hit that notification, and keep coming back, and you know, eventually I'll do the video. This truck's sexy. Oh, I love her. I don't get to drive her enough. Look, it's freaking hot in Florida. My cell phone holder thing melted right off of the damn window. Like the whole gooey, oh, it's freaking a mess now. That's bad. It's really bad. Oh, it was so nasty. Freaking just, the glue is gone. No more suction. Check this thing out. Come on. So it looks long, right? Like it really does look long, but it's actually shorter than my crew cab short bed Chevy. So, I mean, it is what it is, you know. Everybody's worried about the turning radius, and it's not that long, fellers and fellettes. It's smaller than a crew cab short bed Chev. And you gotta remember, these Wagoneers and the J10s, they're actually full-size trucks. It's not like a little mini S10 or something. These are full-size trucks. But that'll be it for this week. Like I said, I appreciate y'all watching. Hey, we're at like 5,500 subscribers, so that's freaking awesome. They're coming back on. I'll get the Beamer on there. I'm just running into issues and waiting for parts. And I got parts for the Camaro. I just got to get back in the garage. There's only so many hours in the day, and you know, I still got to make a living and go to work and all that other stuff, you know. But just keep coming back. I mean, I'll get it. I got a yard full, fellers and fellettes, and there's always something here to work on. Love y'all. See y'all next week.